Happy Monday. So this is Monday, July 7th, 2025, 7:53 a.m., 72 degrees. Hope you all had a great holiday weekend. It was pretty good for me. We went to the mountains on Friday. I put up a little short on where we went. We went to Mr. Hill. And then Dave and I did a little gem mining and got us a bag of rocks. And then we got us a little something to eat and we came on back home. Saturday, we just did some errands, running around here in town. And that was about it. Yesterday, we did nothing. So, as I said, Sunday's my day of rest. And, you know, I do a little picking up around the house and stuff, but that's about it. Well, it looks like there's not many people here at work today. I guess they're taking off this week or something. I don't know. But I see the parking lot looks a little empty compared to normal. But I'm going on down. Going on down. And actually I'm traveling north. It's just the way the parking lot is situated. I'm going north. Now I'm going east. Now I'm going south. Although it's uphill. I know y'all saying, shut up, Vicki. Alright. I know y'all wanted me to talk about Tim. I know you just can't wait for me to talk about Tim. And I'm trying to think, what did I even watch this weekend? I know you went down to the bridge. You know, that Ringling Bridge or whatever it is. He's supposedly doing squats on the bridge. And I guess it's a good thing he's holding on to something, because he probably doesn't have a lot of balance at this time. Now, I could do squats without holding on to anything, because I've always done squats. And he's talking about they build up your butt. I don't really think they do. They never built up mine. They did shape my legs. So I still have my good shapely legs. And, you know, I can get them pretty muscular if I really try. But as far as my butt, I don't think they ever really did anything for my butt. There's other exercises I recommend for the butt. Now, I guess if you did weights and stuff like that with the squats, yes, that might help. But I always just use my body weight. Once in a while, when I was really into it, I would use weights. So, I know he's doing that. I know he's making it look like he's single. Because he's going to the, he says he's dancing. Going to where the music is. And all that stuff. I just don't. I know a lot of people believe he's single right now. I don't know. He's fooled us so many times that I'm just going to say, until he brings on a different woman than her, then I'm not going to say he's single. Or until he, you know, I'm just not going to believe it. I'm just not going to believe it. Y'all know that he is in this game with the hater channels. He's trying to play his game with us. And, you know, right now it's the shirt, taking off the shirt because he realizes we don't like that. The only reason I said I didn't like it. Now, when he's out here walking, if he wants to take his shirt off and he's hot, more power to him. My thing was that I didn't think it was professional to be in the house or his, you know, I just don't think that looks professional if he's trying to, depending on what kind of channel he wants to be. If he wants to be a surfer, a runner, or whatever, that's different. I know his channel is eclectic. He does all these different things. Okay, Jay put out a lot of music videos over the weekend. I did a cap cut. It was simple, wasn't that hard. That's the reason I did it. Y'all know I don't like to do anything. I just don't have it in me right now. I'm not going to say I ever will, but it's just too time consuming to me. And I'm lazy. I'll put it that way. I'm lazy. When I'm at home, I want it to be my time most of the time. I know I sound just like him. Me. Okay, we'll get on the serious subject here about Texas. It's awful out there. You know, I know that there are several agencies out there. The Cajun Navy's out there. You know, I'm a true believer in them. If anybody wanted to donate to them, the Mercy Chefs are out there. I'm sure Samaritan's Purse is on their way out there. If they're not already there, they probably are. You know, there's just several good agencies that, you know, you could donate to. Of course, as you're in that area, you may can volunteer if you know, are able and have the time. And, you know, it's just awful. And, you know, we could talk all day about why does these things happen? You know, they just happen. And I know we're in this series. We want to have conspiracy theories and all that. And I just say, sometimes it happens. And where it happens and how fast it happens, it's hard to explain. Now, I know tonight on Weather Brains, the podcast, they are going to talk about the scientific reason why it happened. What brought it all together. So if anybody wants to watch that, I'll try to remember to link the channel below. And of course, if I put this up after they've already recorded, it will be available. You can still watch it. You won't be able to watch it live. And I don't know that it will be live tonight. Maybe. I don't know. It seems like he said it would be live because they had to cancel whoever they were going to have on there, a guest star, to talk about this. Now, we had Chantel over the weekend in Myrtle Beach. She came in around Myrtle Beach, and there was some flooding. Now, I know last night they had to shut down part of I-40 in Alamance County for flash flooding, and I've not seen any local news this morning, so I don't know how that's. Hopefully it stopped and it cleared up. It wasn't anything major. And, you know, I think last year we had a tropical storm early in Myrtle Beach. If I remember correctly, I don't remember the name, but I think we had one early. You know, and I think it was actually in June when that one was. And then we went quiet. We went quiet for a long time. And then they start back up about end of August, 1st of September. So don't ever think that it's over. Don't ever think it's over. Let's see. I watched a lot of the Gatlinburg channels this weekend. Gatlinburg, watched the parade. I think I watched it from everybody. Watched the opening of Blazing Fury at Dollywood. I've never been to Dollywood, so I can't tell you anything about that ride. If anybody wants to talk about it in the comments, feel free. And I would like to know more about it. I would like to know if I'm assuming it's not too stressful, scary, because I saw all different ages, and I would think that the senior citizens that I saw on it, it must not be that scary or anything if they can get on it. My main thing, does it go upside down? I don't get on rides that go upside down. And that's about all I got to say. I usually am quiet on Mondays, it seems like, unless something really exciting happens. I guess the only thing exciting was when supposedly Tim got copyright striked for the music. I don't think he really did. I think he would have to share the revenue with. It was probably struck by writers, whoever owns the rights to that music. And I mean, I'm guessing because it still said green, he said that it was just he had to share the revenue. So, and we know, I guess I could say Tim don't want to share the revenue with anybody, but maybe he just didn't understand. And maybe someone explained it to him. He's drinking butter in his coffee. I tried that. I couldn't do it. When he says it's good, I think he's lying to you. Now, some people, I mean, I guess you can acquire a taste to it just like you can anything else. Like some people don't understand how I drink mineral water with no flavoring, but I can't help it. I do like it. But it was an acquired taste. So I guess that's what it is with the butter in the coffee. I just never acquired the taste. And, you know, I do believe he really is trying to do carnivore this time. I'm not saying he's eating perfect by any means, but I think he's probably doing what I would call ketovore, as long as he's not eating much pasta. Now, that's where I don't know. And, you know, I wish him the best of luck. I really do. I mean, I know from my struggle with weight, it's hard. And especially when you want to eat. And I don't care. If you're an addict, I don't care. You can say the cravings went away or whatever. There's still that desire to eat. There's still that desire to have something. You're chomping on something. I guess. I mean, that's the way I feel sometimes. It's not that I really want to eat. It's just I want something to... I'm bored, I guess. Or it's not so much bored. It's just I get depressed at the moment. And then I'll figure out something to do. And I know they say, give it 10 minutes. Give it 10 minutes. But sometimes that 10 minutes is hard. And if you're not really concentrating on it, you're going to give in. Or I feel you're going to give in. Now, I had some great comments over the weekend. You know, all of you are so supportive. And I appreciate every one of you. But, of course, there's always one or two that, you know, they say the same thing. And I don't know if they're changing their screen name or if they just don't know that somebody else has said this. And it just, I mean, I took a screenshot of it. I didn't delete the comment, but I just don't understand why. Because I talk about Tim. That you have to think because a woman is talking about a man, and I know Ray gets them too, that you're in love with him. He has nothing to offer me that I would want in a man. Not one thing does he have that I would want in a man. I find him comical at times. I cannot stand the way he treats people. And yes, I call him out on it. No, I'm not extremely mean. I don't like the fact that he's got away with this loan so far. And, you know, I had seen that video that guy did that Ray talked about. And Lord, I mean, I don't want to say it, but y'all know what I'm thinking about him. If y'all watch that video, is that why would anybody want to be like Tim? Why would anybody want to live the life he has? And then he says he's going to travel. Might buy a tent. Might buy another teardrop camper or whatever you want to call them. You've got a camper, Tim. Why don't you save your money instead of going out here and buying shoes every month or whatever? Drive the Honda. Stay in a hotel. It would be just as cheap. I know you want to stop at the truck stops. See that he made a point to say he couldn't put a tent up in a truck stop. No, you can't. I guess some people's tried, but I bet they get run. I bet they get the law called on them. Anyway, I gotta go. I'm just making up stuff now to talk about. So, I appreciate all your great comments. I really do. And I hope everyone has a great week. And I'll talk to y'all later. I'm hunting for my sun visors. Love you. Bye.